Chapter 10. Before. 1. Back when I worked at the SEN school, I also worked at Papa Joe's. This was when I had my first car, my Nissan Almera. At first, I was just a delivery driver for them, and when I was not driving, I was behind the till, taking orders. I haven't worked there, though, since I left the school and stopped working altogether. 2. As I walked past the big window of Papa Joe's, before the entrance, I spotted Gaz sitting behind the till. That was a relief. Personally, I think he's the nicer and more sympathetic one of the two owners. "Hey, Gazza, how's it going?" He looked up from counting the money inside the till, and then I saw recognition. "Hi, Mikey. Smooth sailing here. How are you?" I thought of how much to say. I've had some personal talks with him before, but a lot has been going on since I last saw him. "Honestly, Gaz, things haven't been too great lately." I let the silence fill its gap and then add, "Do you mind if I chill here until my friend gets back? She's got all my stuff, including my shoes." "Your shoes?" He leaned over the counter and looked at my feet. "Why has she got your shoes, mate?" "It was my mistake. I left them in her car when I was at hers, and then she went to pick up her mum, and I completely forgot they were in there." I gave my shoulders a shrug, like it was no big deal. "Come on in the back, man, and have a seat. Grab yourself a drink too." "Thanks, Gazza. Would it be too much to ask to borrow a charger? My phone is dead." I showed him my useless phone. "Of course, Mikey." 3. So, with that accomplished, I relaxed in the back room for a couple of hours with chatting to the staff, old and new. It was nice to see some familiar faces. In that time, I managed to get just over 50% on my phone and caught up with some messages. Mother messaged and said we could meet when she got back about 7 p.m, but I couldn't go in the house, and we would meet nearby. I replied to Max just telling him I was having a rough day. Kerry also messaged, but the conversation was dead. Hoping for a bit of luck, I messaged Jamone if I could stay there tonight, and Katie messaged saying that she was at her sister's, which is about a 10-minute walk from Papa Joe's, and is also on the way to my mum's. 4. "Thanks for being accommodating as ever, Gaz," I told him. "I'm heading out now." "Not a problem, Mikey, my man." He looked at my feet again. "Be careful walking with no shoes, okay?" I looked at my own feet. It was a poor sight. "I will, mate. I don't have to go far until I get my shoes back." "Glad to hear, mate." We shook hands, our normal farewell, and I was hoping not to push my luck, but I asked anyway. "Would it be too much to borrow a tenner? I have not a penny to my name right now, and I can give it back next week. May as well go the full mile. And possibly have some food, just a kid's meal." He thought about it, but not for long, and reached for his wallet. "Not a problem, Mike. I probably owe you something for all the hard work you've done for us, and it will be good to check in on you next week." "Thanks, Gaz. I really appreciate it." "Food's on me, though. Your usual?" "Yes, please."